here, and I think it would look very nice on a Pacific Blue 12 Pro. Given that this is a 5000 mAh battery and has to fit on a phone, it is on the thicker side, but it's definitely manageable as far as holding it in your hand. I've got it here in my 12 Pro Max, but it is compatible with every iPhone 12 model, as well as any Qi wireless charging compatible phone. You're of course not going to get the MagSafe magnetization factor with every phone, but as long as your device is Qi compatible, you should be able to use this battery pack with no problems. I've actually tested this out with my Pixel 5, and for whatever reason, I'm getting a slight magnetization on this phone, which is cool to see. And this just proves, as I said earlier, that this battery pack is compatible with essentially any wireless charging device. And it's nice to see that you get the official MagSafe charging animation when using the battery pack on an iPhone 12. As far as charging speeds, this battery pack can do up to 15 watts wirelessly and 20 watts through a wired connection. And for iPhone users, that's obviously good because that's essentially the best the iPhone can do wirelessly anyway. Meanwhile, there are Android phones that can do 30 to 40 watts wirelessly charging. But as seen right here, we've got two ports for charging your phone and through charging the battery pack itself, a USB Type-C and a USB Type-A port. And then next to that, we've got a little LED indicator letting us know the battery status of the charger. One thing I've immediately noticed when using this charger is that it does get a little warm to the touch. Not to the point of concern, but it's definitely noticeable. Noticeable to the point of, let's say, you're out in the cold with no gloves and you start charging your phone with the MagSafe battery and you're holding it, I think you'll very much appreciate that slight warmth you're getting from the battery. That's a really silly way of explaining it, but I think you get the gist. It gets a little warm, but nothing to freak out about. Something that I know people may be concerned with is the magnet strength, and honestly, it's pretty good given the overall heft of this charger. The iPhone 12 Pro Max weighs in around 230 grams, and this charger is about 190 grams, so given that it's well over 70% of the weight of the phone itself, the magnetization is pretty darn good. Obviously, this can't go in your pocket or something like that without sliding off, but when shaking the phone around lightly, I'm not really able to get it to budge off on my iPhone. It can, however, slide off pretty easily on the Pixel 5 I tested this with earlier. So as far as iPhone users are concerned, just know the magnetization is pretty reliable. Overall, this isn't a groundbreaking product by any means, but it's handy for sure, and I think this battery pack is going to be in my bag at all times, at least as long as MagSafe is around on the iPhone.